People in arranged marriages, what's it like? My parents arranged my marriage to Raj when I was 19. What they didn't tell me was that he'd already been married before, and his first wife had died under suspicious circumstances. I found out 3 days before our wedding, when his cousin accidentally let it slip during the henna ceremony. At least this time he'll know what he's doing as a husband, she said, laughing. My blood went cold. This time, she realized her mistake immediately, started backtracking, saying she misspoke, but I could see the panic in her eyes. That night, I confronted my mother. She broke down crying and admitted they'd known about Raj's first marriage, but didn't want to complicate things since it was such a good match financially. She died in an accident, Mom said. A kitchen fire. These things happen. Raj was devastated, but something felt wrong. Why hide it if it was just a tragic accident? I spent my wedding day in a fog, going through the motions while my mind raced. During the ceremony, I kept looking at Raj's hands as he tied the marriage necklace around my neck. Were these the hands that had hurt his first wife? Our first week of marriage was awkward, but not for the reasons I expected. Raj was actually kind and attentive. He'd bring me tea in the morning, ask about my day, never pressured me physically. But I noticed weird things. He'd get nervous whenever I cooked, always finding excuses to be in the kitchen when I was near the stove. He'd jump if pots clanged too loud, and I caught him staring at me with this strange, sad expression. 2 months in, I decided to find out the truth. I contacted Raj's first wife's family under the pretense of wanting to honor her memory as his new wife. Her sister, Kavya, agreed to meet me at a coffee shop. What she told me changed everything. Mira wasn't killed in a kitchen fire, she said quietly. She killed herself. My hands started shaking. What? She set herself on fire. It's called bride burning, but usually families do it. Mira did it to herself. Kavya explained that Mira had been severely depressed after 3 miscarriages. In their conservative family, a woman's worth was tied to producing children, especially sons. Raj tried everything to help her. Doctors, therapy, even moved her away from his mother who was making the pressure worse. But Mira couldn't handle the shame anymore. The day she died, she'd just gotten her period again. No pregnancy. She locked herself in the kitchen and Kavya couldn't finish. Why didn't anyone tell me this? I asked. Because Raj begged everyone to let him explain it himself when he was ready. He blames himself completely. Thinks if he'd been a better husband, she'd still be alive. That night I confronted Raj. He broke down completely, sobbing like a child. I failed her, he whispered. I couldn't protect her from my family's expectations or her own despair. How can I promise to protect you? Suddenly, everything made sense. His nervousness around kitchen fires, his gentleness with me, his refusal to pressure me about having children even though his mother kept asking. Raj, I said softly, I'm not Mira, and you're not responsible for her death. We talked all night. He told me about finding her body, about the guilt that consumed him, about his terror of marrying again, but doing it because his parents insisted it was time to move on. I told him about my fear when I learned about his first marriage, about investigating his past, about Kavya. We made a pact that night, complete honesty about everything. No family pressure about children until we were both ready, and therapy together to deal with the trauma we were both carrying. 3 years later, we're genuinely happy, not because our parents arranged it, but because we chose to heal together. We have a daughter now, but only because we wanted her, not because anyone expected it. Sometimes arranged marriages work, but only when both people decide to arrange their own happiness.